Mushroom Wonderland.
Mycologist has to have a pile of wood chips in their
Let's
yard.
see what we've got on it. I had some nice hallucinogenic gymnopolis on it recently,
That'd be nice
but
to
it's
see.
been really dry, so I don't look like I have any magic mushrooms growing on it at the moment.
I think those have got to be the most beautiful of all the psychedelic mushrooms.
They were growing right here.
Yeah, they're pretty purple and furry when they're young, and
Yeah, I've got a couple dry ones in the house.
see this process. Whoa, whoa! Shit. That's
one way to get it out of the boat.
okay. Lobsters everywhere. Oh.
So we were wondering about that. Oh my god.
That's nice.
That's a big truffle. Is that organ ants?
Yeah.
That is immense. That's the biggest organ white I've ever seen.
They actually get bigger than that.
Oh dear
My
lord.
record this year was
Can you hold that
3.7.
one again? Is that allowed? Can I get a
Wow, that smell is just.
1, 3, 4.
Wow, those are
6,
huge.
7. That is the biggest white truffle I've ever seen. Organ white. 10, 11.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm out in the woods with, guess who? Mycogeeky. How you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm having a blast out here in the Pacific Northwest. You guys got a couple mushrooms, big trees. It's a good time.
Are you cold here? No, you're from
Nah,
Ohio.
I'm
You guys.
good. Yeah, This is okay. It is warmer in Ohio right now, though. So,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little colder than I want to be. It's okay.
How long are you here?
All in the name of mushrooms. Till Sunday afternoon.
Cool.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
right on.
Hanging out with this guy, showing me around.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
Mycogeeky visits Mushroom Wonderland. So,
Yeah.
yeah, make sure to check out his channel. So we're standing here in front of a leafcutter ant colony. Yeah.
Atocephalotes, one of the more widely distributed large leafcutter ants. You see little black pieces of leaf and then white tufts in between. As they melt it down, as they degrade it, about the halfway point, it starts converting all those leaves into those little staphylum.
So this is like new fungus, really fresh,
Yep.
active, virile mycelium that's eating the leaf.
And you can still see the actual leaf pieces. If you go
Oh,
further
yeah.
down, it's pretty much just all mycelium. It's completely colonized and taken over the leaves.
So this is a species of Agaricus. Now we have Agaricus leucothides, which grows in lawns, really common, big white mushroom, looks kind of Agaricus-like or something.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen this produce a fruiting body? Is it possible? I mean, could it grow a mushroom?
There's limited reports in the literature. There have been aborted fruit bodies.
Okay.
And
I looked online. I found like one picture of like a fruiting of Agaricus. What's the species?
Gongolophorus.
Gongolophorus. And I don't know if that's a legit picture. Do you know what picture I'm talking about? It's
Yeah.
online, and it's
So,
just like.
whether that was fertile, whether that had any viable gills or spores on it is a big question. In this lab, a few years back before I started here, unfortunately, we did have what I would call an aborted fruit body or primordium form. The ants actually prevent it from happening.
Oh,
So at
they
least
pick the mushroom.
in our lab, the ants basically chewed it apart to keep it from growing.
Wow.
It probably smells different from the main garden that they're used to, and they tend to aggressively remove anything that smells foreign just to keep it clean. It may be why there are not really reports abundant of fruit bodies or spores or the implications of it fruiting when it's been cloned for millions of years.
What did you find here?
They're adorable. Well, I don't know the exact species, but it's Atheniella genus.
Yeah, little pink
They're
mycenas.
so cute. White gills, pink body. I don't really get to see these that often. Look at all these other ones.
Yeah, white mycenas. I mean, just carpets. Look at, there's another patch of the Atheniella.
Look at the little babies. Look at that. It's like this is where the fairies live.
For real.
Oh my god, look at that. Look. It's just like growing up. Like, look.
Oh,
on the
yeah.
tree, yeah.
Look at that. Little Mycena growing on branches.
Yeah, I keep one of this rock, but I left on my circle.
Since this is going so well,
This
try
is
macro
good.
lens. This might totally things up, but we'll find out.
Only one way to
Now.
find out, guys.
Oh, now we're in there. Now, no, you're perfect. You stay where you are. That and yeah, look at that. Yes.
Make love to the camera.
Oh my God, I can see the veins and a little bit of green in there. So good. Okay.
Now do a video.
Now
on
look
this.
at this mother photo.
Oh, damn.
That looks cool, right? You got little veins, you got all sorts of stuff. You got a little bit of green. So thank you. But I needed help. I needed an assist on this. So you guys are all participating in this. And you know what? Actually, hang on. I'm gonna have you. Can you come back and just kind of like hang this over the?
Now chop it up or do something fantastic, fun, Jack. Come on.
I'm working on it. All right.
Poses I haven't done it.
Yeah, right. Jeez.
Smack it, chop it, do something. Come on.
Hey, guys.
Twist
Don't rush him. Don't rush him.
Pull it. Bop it. Twist it.
Quiet on set, please. Okay. And there we go.
I'm getting the impression you're a splitter and you're not. Somewhere.
I'm a bit more of a
And
splitter, but
Montana's,
not
whatever
super much.
Montana's. People have gone a little bit crazy with splitting because they're splitting telemonia based on single base pair, ITS base pair difference, and really nothing else. So
Very small difference.
They're taking very minute ITS difference, own single gene region difference, and calling it a new species. And so I have some issues with that when that's the only
But isn't
criteria.
the argument, it's not just where the base pair is, it's also how they map when you actually do some analysis on them.
I know, but if it's that close, yeah, I mean, you can expect that something living in Asia is going to be a little bit different from something in Europe and be the same species.
Yeah, but we're talking about things right here. I mean,
I mean, just you can have a single species and have regional variation.
yeah, my mind is open. I just honestly, as I call myself an amateur mycologist, and I follow the kind of the lineage of mycologists I follow, have been advocating for splits. So I'm kind of, to some extent, am following that lead.
Hey, Graham. What'd you find here?
Well, I was walking back to the education barn and realizing that there's all these Marasmius aureates, the fairy ring mushroom.
These are a good edible mushroom, huh?
They're one of my favorites. I think they taste like Parmesan cheese. A lot of people pass these up, and I mean, you probably want to be careful because they probably do spray Roundup occasionally, but if you're seeing like dandelions and clovers and things, you're probably safe.
If I zoom out here, you can see this ring that Graham is unfortunately getting bad luck by being in right now.
Oh, am I
Probably
setting myself up by doing this?
probably 15 feet around. It's that green circle. That's the edge of this mycelium that's been growing outward. Yeah, some superstition says if you walk into a fairy ring that you got bad luck.
No, it's the fairies that come get you, I thought.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
fine with that.
He wants to, yeah, come take me away already.
Yeah.
Sterile semilenciata here, they don't have dark purple brown spores, so they look quite a bit different. Way more caramel color.
They don't have any spores.
No spores, yeah.
The lineage ends here.
Yeah.
It's true.
So this whole genetic colony was sterile. Is that kind of how that works?
Yeah.
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 And it's a mutation, like an accidental kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Lucius, kind of when you see albinoism, but they're not true albinos, but
yeah,
psilocybin does it a lot. It's more common in this species than any of the other psilocybin species.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
So how late can we expect semilenciata to be growing into the? I mean, here we are. It's like November in 2 days.
It depends what climate. Like my buddies, they started early September, and now they're pretty much done.
Yeah.
These.
What kills them? I mean, what's going to put an end to it? Hard freeze.
Yeah, and the amount of rain, because usually they're in fields, they'll just get inundated by water.
Get drowned, huh?
Yeah. Literally, like completely.
What do you feel about Agaricus bisporus, about the grocery store button mushroom? Some people just hate this thing.
So so field mushrooms in general, there's a few species of Agaricus that are cultivated. They are the most wonderful mushrooms.
I love that.
Sometimes. The ones sitting in the store, yeah, they're not good. They're not fresh, and they don't have a lot of flavor, but neither does a lot of other things in the produce case. if you've grown them at your house,
Yeah.
and then cut them and taken them straight away into the kitchen and cooked them, they are absolutely wonderful.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can see why people started cultivating a long time ago. They're like shiitake.
Yeah.
Fresh cut shiitake off of logs grown outside.
So good.
They're maybe the best mushroom.
Yeah.
They maybe are. They're just so good.
I think so.
But you know, there's also shiitake in the store too that are grown on the synthetic logs, and they were cut and then they were shipped, and they're just not fresh anymore. They've lost a lot of flavor.
When I find the field mushroom in the wild, it's one of my favorites to come across. I mean,
yeah, the
but
prints,
if
the
you were at,
prints
yeah, or even the campestris, or
yeah,
you know,
absolutely,
they're tasty.
absolutely. Yeah, if you find them in the wild and then cook them straight away, they really are wonderful.
Dane, can we take a look in your bag? Look at this. He's got a lot of tackle boxes.
Just tackle boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's in it to do some collecting. That's
How many
awesome.
tackle boxes do you have in there?
4.
Awesome.
He comes prepared. Do you eat mushrooms? Do you like edible mushrooms?
I don't eat mushroom too often, but I eat chanterelles, ginkgo leaf.
How long have you been studying mushrooms?
Oh, just since 2020.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
only less than 4 years.
And you just found a fascination with the little brown ones, huh?
Yeah.
That's good.
Sometimes they said they're too big for me to feel.
What got you into mushrooms in the first place?
Getting high, bro. When
Getting
I was
high,
younger. Yeah. I had some like intense psychological pressures in my young age. Like my role model died, my grandfather. My mom's living in Taiwan. My dad's stationed in Afghanistan. My stepmom works 45 minutes away from the house that we're living in, and they're just giving me money to like take care of my little brother and sister. So it's like as a 14-year-old, that's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I turned to like cannabis and was seeking deeper wisdoms in my practices with plant medicine.
Yeah.
And I wasn't achieving them. I was practicing esoteric practices, ancient meditation practices, chanting in world religions, chanting in world languages, and utilizing different religious modalities.
Wow.
But I wasn't able to achieve the states of consciousness that I knew was attainable, that I was seeking.
Yeah.
And that's really when I tried like psychoactive mushrooms.
Yeah.
And shortly after, my partner got pregnant with our first child, and I turned my direction from cultivating illicit substances and working with illicit substances to figuring out how to utilize those skills to work with highly valuable gourmet and medicinal products that were illegal.
My name is Rascal Turbeville, and we're out here in search of various different forms of fungal material. Here's some fungal material growing along this bark here. Don't know what it is, but it's super cute. You know, I've spent years looking for all the big, beautiful fungi that you can eat, and I love those fungi, and I will never stop going out and trying to find them in mass quantities. But these smaller, lesser appreciated fungi might hold some really interesting niches in the ecology that could potentially help us solve the many of the myriad of problems that we have on this planet. I am interested by pretty much everything in the world of mycology, but I specifically got into mushrooms and fungi through cultivation and growing mushrooms, and was in the gourmet mushroom industry for a while, and now do a lot of education around cultivation and transitioning into work with soil health and looking at soil fungal communities and how to shift those communities to support what farmers are trying to grow and what farmers' goals are. A big part of contributing to the science and the pushing forward of this amazing cultural trend that we're experiencing is just getting out in the woods and helping in projects like this. I mean, helping to collect fungi to be able to do different biodiversity surveys, to be able to just get an idea of what's here, because there's such a large gap in information and knowledge about the fungal world, and we just need more boots on the ground. We need more people going out and collecting these organisms. We need more eyes and hands just in the soil and in the dirt, and of course doing it in respectful ways. But there's so much information to be gleaned, and you know, in certain perspectives, a short amount of time before we start losing some of these species. So we need that critical mass of people actually caring about it. I mean, the most important thing you can do is care about them, I'd say.
So we have these Galerina marginata, and it's safe to nibble and spit any mushroom, right?
Yeah, any of them, even a deadly mushroom like this.
So nibble and spit, a lot of mushrooms are identified, and taste is one of their features. So I guess we're gonna taste these and see if they taste poisonous.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not sure what a mushroom is, and I taste it, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of those. Though these are recognizable enough, you don't have to taste them to figure out what they are. But it is good to taste them just to know what they taste like.
All right, here, let's try it out. Deadly mushroom tasting.
Kind of watery.
Mm-hmm. I would expect it to like sting or something because they're so deadly. It's actually pretty sweet. It kind of tastes just like a psilocybe mushroom to me.
Tastes exactly like Psilocybe cyanescens or Psilocybe stuntzii.
Wow. I feel a little anxious. We're gonna be all right, right?
We will be fine.
Okay. Well, you got to stay tuned, subscribe, make sure that we're still posting videos. Thanks, Alan, for trying them out. They don't taste terrible. They don't taste poisonous.
If you cook them up, they'd probably be pretty good.
Yikes. Might be one of your last meals, though.
Yep.
So. What'd you find? Some truffles? Dog truffles?
Look at these. I don't know. That looks... Oh, man, this gotta be... maybe it's undescribed yet, right? We better take a sample.
Is it safe to nibble and spit? Everything?
Oh, every mushroom is safe to nibble and eat, right?
Oh
man, yeah. But it's gorgeous. I mean, if you don't know that this is dog poop, please put a subtext there.
Yeah, don't attempt this at home. We're trained professionals. Hi, Rishi. How are you?
What's up, Aaron? Would you like some reishi rose cacao to drink?
Reishi rose cacao. This is made with real reishi mushrooms, huh? Foraged by yourself?
Ganoderma organens from the Olympic Peninsula.
Oh, nice. So what kind of benefits does something like this have?
Yeah, reishi has a whole host of benefits that really expand into so many different systems of the body, but paired with rose and cacao, it really exemplifies the cardiovascular properties. Reishi is a cardiovascular tonic for the heart, helping to open and dilate vasculature around the heart, especially combined with rose and cacao. It just increases circulation, which goes to the whole body, helps with heart disease, and just energetically you feel more chi in your heart.
So just all around good stuff. I'm gonna give it a taste here. Wow.
Has some cardamom and coconut milk.
And I could taste the reishi though. It's like it's kind of bitter, so that's a good way to do it, is like with all the sweets and the chocolate.
Yeah, the cacao like it carries that bitterness because cacao is like bitter and sweet.
It tastes like authentic from the mountains of the Himalayas or something. I don't know. It's really good. Thank you so much. So awesome.
Enjoy. Yeah.
I am excited to be sitting here with Alana McGee. We are in Eugene, Oregon. You're the founder of the Truffle Dog Company.
I am.
In Seattle.
In Seattle, yeah.
And why do you use dogs?
Well, we like to use dogs for a variety of reasons. One, a lot of people have them, right? So it's like your pet. It's something fun to do. You get to like develop your relationship with them, and it's a great way to tire them out. So if you have a very energetic dog, it's a great way to make them sleepy at night.
Yeah,
so that's great. But we use dogs because it's much more gentle on the environment. So with dogs, we're able to locate exactly where the truffle is and be able to pull it out of the ground. And we're only harvesting the really ripe stuff.
Yeah.
So we're leaving things for the animals, things for everything else there. And the quality tends to be a little bit better when we're using animals. So that's kind of our primary reason for using dogs, is like sustainability, as well as accessibility factor to make it like a lot of people have pet dogs, and it's like, why not? It's super fun.
Have you worked with pigs? Like in the old world, they use pigs to find truffles,
They
right?
do. Not really much anymore. You can't use pigs in Italy anymore. Too destructive. And then we use the joke is you see little Frenchmen missing like digits on their fingers from like reaching their hand in the pig's mouth and grabbing a truffle out.
Oh, wow, interesting. I heard they muzzle the pigs sometimes to keep them from.
They do. Well, the dogs are
eating
muzzled sometimes too for the same reason, but also like there's a lot of sketchy stuff that goes on in Europe with truffle hunting. Luckily, we don't have that here.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. But yeah, I've worked with a few pigs. Pigs are real smart.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
nice.
a few pigs. But honestly, like, here's the thing. The industry is getting a lot less secretive, but like if you're walking a pig in the woods, everybody knows what you're doing,
Good
right?
point.
Whereas if you have a dog, it's just like, oh, we're out for a hike.
You call this Amanita muscaria, right?
Yeah.
So is there a type specimen for Amanita muscaria from like Sweden or wherever it was described originally? I mean,
no, because it's described in 1753, the Linnaeus species. You can neotypify stuff. So but based on you go there,
to that area.
You get a collection from that area. That's your baseline for that species.
Have you ever eaten one of these?
Yes. Aurora fed it to me detoxified, and
Okay.
I was eating as a novelty.
Okay.
I don't need to do it again. I have absolutely no interest in psychoactive or mind altering fungi. I've never done psilocybin, I have no interest, definitely have no interest in eating muscaria. Yes, it's toxic if you eat it straight up, but it can be detoxified. Okay. But yeah, I steer people towards a Aurora Rubel paper on detoxification of muscaria, because if you want to try it, that's that's the way to try it. I mean, it's as far as mushroom identification goes, it's as easy as a mushroom to identify as there is.
Yeah.
A bright red mushroom with white warts. It's simple.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of foods that you have to detoxify to eat safely, and a lot of foods we commonly eat. So, I mean, that's not a big deal. And probably, I mean, it's safer to eat detoxified muscaria than it is to eat a lot of other mushrooms people are eating, because of the ease of identification for it.
Good point.
So if you detoxify it, then yeah, it's a safe mushroom to eat. But if you don't, then it could be, technically it's not straight up a deadly poisonous mushroom, but it can kill you. If you pick that mushroom up right now and you eat it, you will get sick from it. I mean, you can make the argument of like if mind-altering substances are toxins or not, but along with that, you're going to probably experience vomiting, diarrhea, and in rare cases, potentially death from that mushroom. But then it's a really easy mushroom to detoxify. And then there's the people who want to use it recreationally, but it comes with its risk.
Yeah.
I mean, as does drinking alcohol. So
absolutely,
it's your choice. A lot of people make bad choices.
I think the verdict of the ages is that it's a toxic mushroom, should be avoided, unless, like you said, for a novelty and you want to be like, but you can eat it. And if you like to argue, that's a great one to talk about. So.
Yeah, I mean, so personally, I don't eat it, but it has the potential to be detoxified, and that's up to you.
More like a pinkish. I haven't seen Graham thinks it's Echinoderma resinosum. I haven't seen one in a long time, so I forget some of that.
What does the bottom look like?
Defining
It
characteristics.
just jumped. Okay, just a polypore. And it's soft.
It's like,
wow,
kind of looks like a Latiparus.
Yeah, it feels like chicken of the woods.
But it's different.
Look at your collection pouch. That's amazing.
Yeah.
This is Peter McCoy. Everybody's got to know Peter and his books. Really cool to be out here today, hanging out.
What is this one? We're not quite sure. Potentially Echinoderma resinosum.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the side pouch is awesome.
Yeah, it's been a
ready to do work.
So the tuberia furfuracea looks pretty similar to Psilocybe cyanescens, but another way you can tell them apart is by checking the flavor. The tuberia furfuracea has a very mild flavor, but it's definitely just a little bit metallic. Kind of like a Satharella or Paniolus. Psilocybe cyanescens taste much different. I get this farinaceous kind of cucumber flavor. Maybe with just a little bit of a hint of a bitter aftertaste. But you don't get any of that cucumber flavor in the tuberia or a whole lot of the other lookalike genera.